Police and thieves in the street, fighting the nation with their guns and ammunition.
Police and thieves in the street,
Oh yeah,
scaring the nation with their guns and ammunition. Police and thieves.
Gorilla Geek going 10-8. After 3 months of going through the CCW process here in the state of California, the county that I reside in finally has accepted my application and I am legally able to carry concealed in the state of California. First of all, right off the bat, I would like to make a disclaimer that this process was extremely easy for me. It was like going into the DMV and getting a license to drive a car for here in the county that I reside in. This is not the same statewide. Like I've said in the first 2 videos of this series, they go through more hoops, firing hoops to get their license in other counties. This one here, the county that I reside in, the whole state is a may issue state, but here in the county that I live in, it's a name only. It might as well be shall issue as long as your records is okay and everything like that. The process from start to finish was approximately 3 months, and a lot of that time was just waiting on them to go through the process and the paperwork and the background check. And being that this is the sign of the times of state and county budgets are low, they take their time with this because they don't have the resources to go through all the paperwork and stuff to administer this program, and that is statewide. And some of the counties that are pretty good in issuing CCW license, they have a back order of maybe a year and a half to go through the whole process. I've noticed since I've been getting into this that there are a lot of California citizens that are actually signing up for the CCW permit. The county, a few counties near me, they're being sued because of unfair application practices that are not consistent with state law and what they require to go through the process. They're making up more hoops for you to go through and stuff like that, and they're being sued, so everything could be somewhat standardized. So that's within other counties around the state of California, and it kind of sucks to say some of the counties that are hardest to get a permit lies within the big metropolitan areas where they predominantly vote Democrat. I do not like getting into politics. I myself, I'm in the middle of the fence between left and right, but in this case here, as far as self-protection and Second Amendment, I am hard right. I mean, but it is what it is, and some of these liberal counties and stuff, they don't want you packing anything. They prefer to have the police take care of you. But like they say, police could be 2 minutes away, where you with a CCW, you're ready to go right then and there. So this is probably the only time that I would kind of mix politics with my videos. So now I'm going into another chapter in my life as far as prepping. This is a big step, and these are some of the choices that I've made so far from looking at YouTube videos and reading blogs and stuff like that, and this is pretty much what I chose to carry. Here I have a CZ 2075 RAMI, a subcompact pistol, double action to single action, hammer fired. And in another video I would explain why I chose this particular firearm compared to other subcompacts out there. It holds 10 rounds of 9mm. some pierce extension, and I would explain how to install that on another one. I went with the Nate holster here, Nate squared tactical holster, and I'll leave a link in the bottom of videos that influenced me to use this particular holster. It's very comfortable. I mean, this weapon here is chunky. It's a little bit thicker than a Glock 30 and some of the other subcompacts, because it's a dual stack magazine. But I wore it for about 2 days and it is comfortable. Some practice ammo here. I got some Winchester 147 grain truncated rounds. Some hollow points to practice with. I haven't fired this weapon yet. I'm going to wait for a range day and film it and give you my thoughts. This is for hiking and camping. 147 grain plus P truncated round here, full metal jacket, and it's truncated. And that's for hunting, no, not hunting, but camping and hiking. And in another video I would explain why I chose this round, and in the link below I will give you my influence of choosing this particular round, or the thought process behind it. And then my defensive load is a regular pressure HST Federal 147 grain jacketed hollow point. And again, I will link a video that would explain why I chose this particular round. Actually, I wanted the plus P version of this, but they're hard to get. I couldn't find it anywhere on web or the dealers around me, so this was the second best. And there you go. Here's my flimsy permission for me to carry concealed, and this is all I get. Some of the counties around here are offering the credit card version of this, but the county that I'm in, they're still behind the 8 ball there. So that's where I'm at right now, and hopefully in another video I would explain, give a review of this guy here. For all you California citizens out there, I hope this encourages you and gives you hope on applying for your license. I could tell you that in some of the counties, if they deny you, they're going to keep the processing fee and stuff like that. So please don't blame me for you know, getting your $200 or so kind of taken away because they say no, they're not going to issue you a license. I don't want to hear it. It's a process. But anyways, I encourage everybody to go ahead and get their license, so the numbers, the bean counters will count them up and say there is a demand for this. The public is for this. We're not going to go away like the dinosaur. We're actually getting stronger with more numbers out there, at least in the counties that are around me. And I've heard a lot of my co-workers just out of the blue, and other friends, they out of the blue, they would just say, oh yeah, I wanted to go for one of those. I think I'm going to go through the process, but I just haven't had the time or don't know of it. And of course I'm going to step in and show them my procedure, or not procedure, but my sort of endeavor, and say, hey, go for it. I wish I knew about this 5 years ago, because then, you know, I would have had this for 5 years already. But the times are getting pretty bad. I could tell a personal story that I had this Department of Justice guy, special agent, come into the shop to work on his radio, and you know, we're just BSing and stuff, and he's asking me if any of our co-workers are going to get laid off or anything like that, and I'm like, no, not really, but he says some of his special agents are going to get laid off. They already have the notice. 261 special agents in the state of California is going to get laid off, and these guys are the cream of the crop as far as investigative law enforcement. They do all the undercover work, the specialized drug, you name it, whatever drug that needs, you know, they're like the FBI of the state, and they're getting laid off. A total, you know, waste of training. I mean, specialized training and all the resources and money that's gone into training these guys into, you know, keeping us safe out here and everything. and that kind of tells me that, you know, things are going south as far as law enforcement. On the radio, when I scan the local areas around here, the criminal activity is just skyrocketing. I see a lot more radio calls, hear a lot more radio calls about, you know, crimes being committed in the process, and, you know, stuff like that. And I see a whole bunch of homeless out there that are banding together and roving gangs. I wouldn't say roving gangs, they're just, you know, getting together, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. And I sure want to, you know, be in a position of getting home. I think I'm getting on my soapbox too much. So this pretty much closes out the series of the California CCW process from start to finish. I am so glad that this video wasn't about me getting denied. So hopefully this gives encouragement to anybody out there that wants to go through the process, and I implore you to do so. Let's keep the numbers up. Let's get the statistics of common citizens being armed out there, so they'll know that there is a demand, and just show the numbers that hey, the people out there, they're afraid. They want to, you know, be protected, and the politicians, all they care about are the numbers. It's just a big old numbers game. Okay, this is our first outing.
Yeah.
Hiking up in the country.
There's cats in there.
That's a mountain lion there.
Yeah.
Said don't run, don't crouch down, hold your guard, wave your arms, shout, keep children close, and all that good stuff. Take out your firearm and protect yourself. So, are you afraid of mountain lions, Gorilla Girl?
Yes.
You are? You shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, this girl going 10-10.
Okay, one more time. Real loud.
Go, going 10-10.
All right.
It's time the wolves can leave the sheep. Wolves and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherd. Wolves and leopards are trying to kill the sheep and the shepherd.